I'm Angela Bean with the Fayette Front Page, and I am on the stage with the cast of the all-time favorite musical in my book, Menopause The Musical.
Woo!
All right. If you haven't seen Menopause The Musical, this is the show to see. And this cast is, I understand, is the original cast from the first Atlanta production. And I was there. And first of all, I was stunned when I get to meet you in person today at how young everyone is.
We love
Reading
her.
the description of Menopause The Musical, the description is 4 women go in the brink of, in the middle of, or having gone through or survived the change. And that's why everybody will be stunned to see how young you all are. First, I want to start off by letting you introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from and how long have you been performing?
I'm Valerie Payton, and I'm from Atlanta, native born. I've been performing more than half my life. Is that right? That is right. Yeah.
So how many years has that been?
Ooh. See, you are wrong for that. You are wrong. I'm really 35.
Yes.
I've been performing at least 17 years or more. So I'll let you add on the
There
more.
you go. You don't look 35, so that's...
Hey. Yeah, you do. How do you take that? So,
okay.
your turn.
I'm Mary Kathryn Kaye, and I am originally from Sarasota, Florida. I have lived all over this country doing what I do, and I've been doing it for longer than half my life. That would be a really long time. It's been a long time. I would say I've been doing this professionally for at least 20 years. 45 years.
You worked with George Burns, didn't you?
George Burns.
The original Gracie.
Black and white reruns.
Got a lot of work. Lynna Schmidt, and I'm from the South Side, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I have been doing this for a really, really long time, and I'm the elder statesman of the crowd here. So, and I am 21 years old. So there you go. And you know, I've been in Atlanta. My child's 16, so 17 years I've been in this area. So my children are Georgia peaches. We are definitely from this area.
Work that hair.
My name's Ingrid Cole,
That's right.
and I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Been in Gainesville, Georgia for 6 years, and I sang my first solo when I was 8 years old at my church growing up in Fort Lauderdale.
And what did you sing?
I don't remember, but when I was 12, I sang the solos from Handel's Messiah.
Impressive.
And my mother says I haven't done it better since. I think that's the truth. I'd have to agree with her.
Yeah. Well, ladies, how long has Menopause The Musical been around?
It celebrated its 7th birthday on the 26th.
This week.
So 27th, this week, yeah. At its 7th birthday.
And how long have you been with the musical? Since
3 years?
3 years.
2005.
All of you, just 3 years. What drew you to this particular show?
An audition notice.
No, that's exactly what it was. A paycheck. Paycheck. No. But when we all got together, the 3 of us were sitting through this long, involved audition and talking and, you know, all this stuff. Then this one walks in, and pretty soon we're all chatting and doing it. And I think they looked at us and said, they belong together.
Yeah. Well, I got that sensing as I was watching you talk with each other sitting here before we started taping. I said, these ladies seem like they've been girlfriends all their lives.
We know each other.
Yeah, I know.
We get that a lot. I've just had friends who just saw the show and they said, it seems like you guys have known each other for years. And I just said, we're sisters.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
We're sisters.
There's a lot of love.
How much time do you spend in rehearsals and that sort of thing during the week?
An hour a week usually. An hour a week is a brush-up rehearsal, and this is the time that we usually use for brush-up rehearsals. So.
Well, thank you.
But we're perfect this week.
Yes.
We're really, really good about ourselves.
Now, how many shows are we doing a week?
7.
That's
But at one time we did 8, and wasn't there a week where we did
9
shows?
We did 3 shows.
3 shows in one
day.
day.
Oh,
It was
I
unbelievable.
Because the show kept selling out. We had announced that we were closing, and the last month, and the show kept selling out. And they were like, we're going to add another show. And just so happens, at the time, Lynn and I were doing another show called Romeo and Juliet, and we did 14 performances that week.
You are
In
kidding.
that week, we had 14
Wow.
performances.
Well, do you just keep getting more energized as you do more shows, or do you feel yourself getting so fatigued that you're like, please, Lord, let it be over?
I have a mainline to
It's a
caffeine,
vitamin deficiency for her.
and I do this. And the rest of my life is just not even happening.
So
No.
towards the end of the week, the shows really do feel like you're going through the change.
It's the
huh?
most physically involved show that I have worked on in all the years I have been on
I
the
have to agree
stage.
with that. 90 minutes of singing
Yes.
and dancing. It's tough.
No
Honestly,
one
miracle.
gets a break. I mean, we're constantly on. We're constantly doing something.
Because if you don't see someone on stage, which is a rare moment, they're working.
They're
doing
backstage
something.
changing.
clothes.
Yeah.
Definitely. I remember that from the first performance. It was a blast out here in the audience. I mean, it was so much fun. And I can only imagine how tiring that is for you. But
It actually gives a lot of energy.
Oh,
We get a lot of energy
lot.
from the audience.
Yeah,
So when I was saying that, I was really being.
what percentage is women out here, and how many men are forced to come with their wives?
It's been Friday nights. Is it Friday night?
Friday night is
Friday
usually
Friday, yeah. And
Date night.
It's not, the thing is, my bit in the show is absolutely mandatory. There's a man out there, and I think yesterday we had 2 men in the audience. Thank God I could, get to one of them. But Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday nights, they're date nights, and we get a pretty good crowd. But I think our
men enjoy the
Yeah.
sex tremendously.
Well,
They're surprised.
And I would love to bring my husband so he could understand.
I think it's the getting them in the door, because once they
Yeah,
hear
sure.
the title Menopause The Musical, they're like, I'm not going to that.
But by the end, even by the end of the first song, they're nodding their head,
Oh,
they're going,
sure.
and then we see a lot of this.
They feel
that's
validated.
you, that's you.
Because the music is so great, and it's from our generation,
Right.
and it's the best music ever written, in my opinion.
Men can relate.
But
I
whoever
think they
did the lyrics to this music has just got to be a genius. Who did that?
Oh my goodness,
Jeannie
Linders.
Linders did it. She's the
She did all
person
of it.
that thought it up one night, going through menopause and
Drinking
Oh my
some
God.
wine,
drinking
talking
some
to
wine,
girlfriends.
talking to some friends, and she just started changing lyrics to songs, and
Oh,
she put together a show. And
She
must
did.
be
She
brilliant.
really, you have to give her props. She really did a great job.
My
of putting it together.
favorite, I recall, was the heat wave. And I felt like the audience really, got into that, because all women I know go through have those
yeah.
hot flashes,
Yeah.
and so the heat wave song. Are there any other songs that really get the audience just revved up?
Disco, when we see Staying Awake.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And I think it's half that they relate to it, and half that they love that song.
Yeah. And when they drop the disco ball,
Oh,
it goes,
right.
whoa,
Absolutely.
I think they really loves, that's not even right. I think they really love the Shoops medley. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
The
I-
Shoops
Actually,
medley
that's
is
one of my favorites,
Well,
too.
My Thighs is
Fun.
absolutely the
My
funniest.
Thighs
It's the
is-
funniest song.
the lyrics are the funniest in that song.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the